Hello guys. This is a bit of a weird one. I want to know, have any of you, did you ever dream of floating down the stairs when you was a child? Because I just watched a thing about it. I told my other half when we got together about it. I probably told the story about 30 times, and then this video came on about it. He was like, "Get in here now," and it was about it. Obviously, the woman was saying she'd interviewed somebody and she feels like now she was missing out. Um, I'd literally dreamt. I don't have any memory of leaving the room, but I have a very vivid memory of floating down the stairs, face forward, arms out, literally floating down the stairs. But what freaked me out the most was not just that. I woke up at the bottom of the stairs on my knees with my hands on the first step, and I sort of woke up, and the first thing I saw was looking up the stairs. And I was only about 4, and I freaked. Oh, have I left my? I'm so sorry. I've got my head. It should sound better now. Um, I don't want to start the video all over again. But basically, yeah, it seems a phenomenon because also me and my mum, which I find really strange because of what I've videoed the other day, that was not normal. And this fog and the white out. And I was chatting to my mum on the phone the other day, and she called me a little. She said, "Yeah, you're my star child." And I said, well, "Why'd you call me that?" She said, "Because when I was pregnant with you, I had a dream. I was in the back bedroom looking out the back window, and I had a dream that there was alien aircraft in the sky and there was like some sort of fighting and war going on." Well, my heart nearly stopped because when I was probably about 5 or 6, I had the exact same dream, standing in the back bedroom, looking out of the window and seeing weird spacecraft and weird planes and all these weird, and literally being blown out of the sky. And my mum had the same thing in her dream, and literally just seeing them come towards you and then over the top of the house, because it was a big window in the back bedroom, big, large, wide. And I was like, "Did you really just say that?" Because I have had that dream and I've told Mark about that dream. That's why I 100% have got backup, because I've told him before about it. Because I'm really weird with dreams. I found out that I was pregnant through a dream. My mum had told me in my dream that I was pregnant, because I was always like, I'm never gonna have kids because I had a traumatic childhood and I didn't have a maternal bond. I adored kids. I loved kids, anything kids, babies. I would look at, but I just didn't want one myself per se. And I never thought that I was pregnant. Didn't even occur to me. And in my dream, my mum said, "You know you're pregnant, don't you?" And I went, "What?" I said, "Shut up, Mum. I'm not pregnant. I'm never having a kid." And I really laughed and scoffed it off. And when I woke up, I come out of the dream, I thought, nah, I need to go and get a test. And I went and got a test and I was pregnant. And it turned out I was 11 weeks pregnant with my first daughter, my oldest. Um, she lives mainly with her dad, but I see her a lot, speak to her like all day, video call. So it's not a it's not like I don't see her, So But my second daughter, another thing was really random, was both me and my partner at the same time both said, yeah, I think we'll start trying for a baby. And I said, let's go and get one of them kits, you know, them ovulation kits. I said, look, let's do it properly. You know, the ones where you pee on a stick and you put it in and it tells you, it gives you a smiley face if you're ovulating, you know, it gives you a sad face if not. And we went down the shop, we bought it, and because it says do with your first morning wee, which is the best one. And I was like, oh, I just want to try it out. Literally just want to try it out. So peed on it, put it in. There was a smiley face. I was about 6 weeks pregnant. So it's it's really strange, you know. I have these weird experiences and strange dreams. I've dreamt about people passing before they passed, and it's quite scary. That's why I sort of tend to try and stay away from people, because I pick up on their energy, and I don't, you know, it's like you just get bombarded with energy. So I try to stay out of crowded places and that because of that. And I think when I lost my daughter, like my youngest, I just didn't care anymore. I did not give a F about anything, anyone. Didn't care. It was the worst experience I had to go through. So I went from moving a little bit of something to doing a lot of something, and I lost myself for a long time, for a good few years. But it got to 20, because I felt like everything. There was my partner, his auntie was murdered. 6 months later, his dad had a aneurysm and died. 6 months after that, his mum found out that she had cancer, and she had 6 months to live, and she lasted exactly 6 months. He's an only child. He lost all his family. If that hadn't have happened to Auntie June, which you can look up, June Thrussell, secretary, 2005, missing, and you'll see her, lovely blonde lady. She's a beautiful woman. Not, I don't mean look. I mean soul. She's beautiful woman like that. So beautiful soul. And so is his mum. So, you know, we've had a lot of tragedy, and then to lose our daughter as well. And me not having very close connections with my family at the, you know, we didn't care for a little while. We just, there's so many stories, you know, but I don't want to glorify anything, because that's not, through it all, I've always still been an empath. I've always still had a heart. I can't explain it. You would think that I would be so cold and so bitter and so like, just don't care. But 2020 come around, and I was just like, I can't, you know, let this beat me. I don't want to be this anymore, because the problem was the guilt of doing it, but then all the problems you've got, and then you do it, because as soon as you've made that decision, that's it. It doesn't matter if you wait 20 minutes, someone can try and talk you out of it, boom, you're doing it. And having it around me in the way that I did made it even harder, you know. But that was it. I'd had enough. And something inside me said, are you really that weak, Amber? You fought your entire life. You're going to let this beat you? Because at one point, I didn't care if I lifted, I didn't care if I walked out in front of a car, trigger warning, like, you know, it was, I was, both of us was on a suicide pact almost, you know, we didn't care, you know. But both of us come to realisation that that's not us. That is not us. If I took you around my house now and showed you, you know, like, it's just not us. And that was another thing. I was never one of them. You know, I always had decent clothes, always had food in the cupboard, I always had everything. I never asked anyone for anything, never ripped no one off, never, you know what I mean? I've never ever had a bad name in that sense, you know. And living the area and knowing and that, I know a good few thousand people that I know and they know me, you know. But I wanted to get away from that, and I did. And each day it was hard. I mean, we was at a really low point. We was in a bed and breakfast in needing housing until we could sort something else out. And I just was like, no, what the hell? Like, I'm literally in a bed and breakfast. Nah, done. And for 2 weeks, I locked myself in that room and I did not go out. And when I say I climbed the walls, I, I was, it took every inch and every molecule of me to not do it. And then it sort of became where I was, at one point, I felt like I was losing a battle and I just said, that's it. You know, my ego kicked in, but in a good way. Like, are you really going to let this beat you? Come on. For everything you've been through, you know. So that's that. And it's been and gone, and it's not a part of my life. It's not a jacket that I wear. I'm really pleased to find out that there's a few good people from my old area that have got themselves, you know, sorted in the same situation, and I'm like, yeah, sweet. It's, you know, because I just want the best for everyone. That's the problem. I'm too much of an empath, and the guilt comes, and you can't judge me enough, or, you know, shame me or make me feel like a scumbag any more than I made myself feel like. Yeah, I'm not unaware, you know, I'm very aware, and it was like I was so ashamed, and it was like I'm losing this battle, but then I can't bear this pain at the same time. It's like, what do I do? And then it was that one always seemed to cave in, you know, the little devil on the shoulder. But no, I literally flicked both of them off my shoulder and went, I'm doing what I want to do. And that way I managed to do it. You know, the angel and the demon, you know, off your shoulders. And it was me. It was solely willpower. And I am very proud of it. No one's ever going to take it away from me. They can call me any sort of name they want, think that I'm any type of way. It don't bother me. Yeah, and you think I ain't called myself them names many times, or referenced myself to be that, you know? So it just goes to show how little small-minded some people are, you know. Uh, they don't, they ain't never gonna give you your flowers for getting over everything that you've been through. So that's a little bit of my recovery. And see, I don't want to just put it out. I'm not getting no feedback, and I don't really want to put all of everything out there like that. You know what I mean? So, but I want to know, please, if you see this, please, just let me know about your dreams, because I've got a thing with dreams. I don't know. It's like it's premonition. They're not ever exactly, but they are like, the basis of the dream. Boom. Well, my mum's one was 100%, and then finding out that both me and my mum had the same dream to the exact, and my other half can vouch for that because I've told him the story about the dream. I've told him a few times and explained it exactly what happened, how it looked, and everything, because it's saying imprinted in my mind. So to find out that my mum had that dream when she was pregnant with me, it's a bit weird. But that my mum telling me I'm pregnant and it turns out I am is also weird. So I do have divination and strong intuition, and a huge heart, and that's the problem. I try, I try so hard to not care about some people, but I just can't do it, and it really bothers me. I'm like, fuck, can I hate you? You know what I mean? I don't like you. You've done me wrong or this or that, but I'm still like, yeah, but and I'm my own worst enemy. It is so hard being an empath, and I say it all the time, but I'm coming to it. It's strange when you're living in a world and you're sort of like seeing it differently than what other people are seeing, or you're living among them, but they're living in a different world to, you know. So that's about it anyway. My beautiful, lovely people, if you stuck around this long, I can't thank you enough. You're absolute diamonds. You really are. Um, please subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, no worries. A thumbs up would be nice, but you know, the view is enough. I appreciate that because you're giving me an opportunity. So that's it. That's the way I see it. So thank you, and hopefully it will, things won't be too bad, and by the end of this year, we'll see my dad cancer free, because it all starts on the 6th. So to find out exactly how far it's spread and blah blah blah, where he's already got the second lump, so we know that it's spread around there, and that's your spinal cords around that way and your brain. So and he's literally sleeping like 20 hours a day. So I just want to be there for him and make his life easy. Whatever I can do, just you know, he's my dad. He was the only one. Well, his side of the family that gave me all my good childhood memories, and he made sure I was never in crap clothes and that I had the best of everything, and he took me a lot of places, showed me a lot of things, you know, he really made an effort. And now growing up and knowing just how bad his military based PTSD is, um, it makes me want to tear up even now, knowing, you know, he used to go around, he was a bricklayer when he come out the army, and he would, you know, go to a big building site, he'd work for a week, you know, get the cash, and that would be, and he only ever did that for me. So he could take me places and buy me things, and as a child you don't realise, you're just like, I want this, I want that. But with my mum's going through a lot, so I can't blame her. I understand her now. That's the good thing. I don't hold, you know, it's all of it, everyone's fault, you know, at the end of the day, and it's nobody's fault at the same time. So, but that, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. That, yeah. My dad's a good man. I'm gonna go, guys, because I'm just gonna I'm just gonna keep tearing up. It started now, so I'll go and have a little cry and be nice and cathartic, and I'll be all right. Just every now and then it hits me again. It's like I'm trying to not let it swamp me, because I'm known for intrusive thoughts. You know, I get that a lot, and I've been trying to switch it off and think about other things and talk about other things, talk to other people, and you know. But shit gets real on the 6th, and if it's that bad, then you know we're not even concerned about having to move first. He's, you know, if it's that bad and he has to have it like weekly, I'd just move straight in there and leave this place. You know, to start off with, you know, I'm not going to make him stay on his own until we've done everything. Obviously, I still need to do, which I've set up, the man with a van to clear his room out, to get him moved into his room, because he wants smaller space. He wants just his bed and his chair. You know, it's a decent chair. It's one of them that make you get you to stand up, and you can literally just lean in it and it will bring you back down. So that'll only get better with age, obviously, for him. And like when I spoke to him, I said, I don't think I'd ever see you really skinny and gaunt. And he said, you're gonna, because he's lost, uh, uh, he's lost a lot of weight. So how much more weight is he going to lose with the chemo, you know? But I'm getting that uh, extract, vitamins. I've got it written down, so I am, and I'm going to eat as soon as he gets it. He's agreed to take it as well. So anyway, I'm just waffling now, guys. So I'll do myself a favour and do the offs before I say something stupid. Right, love you all, people. You're all amazing. Keep smiling. Please be kind to one another. Even if your neighbour gets on your nerves, just say hello. You don't know how much a hello can change things, you know. Or you see somebody looking a bit sad as they're walking towards you, just give them a smile, you know. One person can change a person's life, you know. I don't know. But I'll see you later, peoples.